Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be starting a new series as promised. We constructed our home from last year and we wanted to take you through our journey. Please note that we are not constructors. We do not have a constructing company. We are not architects. We are not engineers. This is purely our 2 cents from our experience. So this is literally just our experience, and we want to let you know some of the things that you need to know, because we've seen the hardship that people go through, including our friends who have gone through a lot. So we want to just tell you some of the things to expect, how you can do things differently from what we did, and some of the cheaper versions that we came to know that you can actually use. Good quality, but at least you're going to save a little bit of money. So we started off by, actually we were part of a church group where some of the members had just maybe started coming together, and then they would buy 1 acre land and then they will divide it. So when we heard that was what was happening, we decided to join in as well. So if you hear these things, it's good. Actually, it was his friend.
Yes, my friend from church.
Exactly.
I have church friends.
Hey, see, Boo's friends, Peke.
Yeah, church friends. But their church friends are good people. They can show you some other routes to follow. Not only singing in the choir, and also be shown some land. She has mentioned that we are not architects, we are not surveyors, we are not engineers, and also we are not brokers. And also, most importantly, we are not conmen. We are church people, as she has mentioned. So we started from church.
That's true. So once we had that group, and there was a church, was it an usher? Kevin was a what?
He was someone, a youth in charge of church projects.
Oh, yeah,
so
by the way.
church projects and everything, you know.
Yeah. So he's the one who actually took us the first time round. Mm-hmm. But now, because we are foodies and we had visited several times, we'd gone to Kitengela and we wanted to know the kind of places we could go for nyama choma. So actually that's what started us liking Kitengela. So we went there the first time and we didn't like the land that we saw. So first of all, it was the soil. And then was there even a house there, Kweli?
Okay, we are not dissing the place, but
we're not dissing the place.
It didn't have so many people around. It had black cotton.
Yeah.
From what I have heard, black cotton, when you want to build a house there, you have to go so much deep for your foundation, like more than 6 feet. Imagine digging more than 6 feet, like digging so many pit latrines, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then you backfill and everything, then that will be so much.
And still the backfilling, you'll have to buy the rocks for backfilling.
Now, for backfilling and foundation, we'll come to that very specifically.
Yes.
When we show how we started, we'll also have an opportunity to see our engineer. We constructed using an engineer, not only a foreman and also an engineer.
But still kilituramba.
Yeah. Kurambo ni lazima.
Yes.
And also we thank God that during those times, Zakaya had not done his thing.
But the taxes, they hadn't started taxing.
Yeah.
Okay, they hadn't gone that high.
Yeah, but like there are some tax elements when you are going for county approvals and everything.
Well, okay. So now we went there. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the place actually, because I couldn't imagine me getting out of that place with heels. So I hated the soil, and I knew if it rains, we couldn't get out of that place, or we couldn't go in, get out. So you'll get stuck literally. And then we went to Fred Machoka Ranch. Yes. Yeah. It's what's the place name? Isinya.
Yeah, it's in Isinya.
Yes.
Yeah, Isinya.
So we went there. Okay, actually what took us there was the food, and then we were told about the lands there. So we decided to go and see them. We didn't like them because of the distance. Because we didn't want a retirement home. I mean, we are young. We don't want a retirement home. We wanted a place where we could be able to go to work. And I work this other part of town. So I didn't want to move all the way to Isinya, and I didn't want to move my young babies there. So that's what gave us the no for that area. And then we came now to the other side of Kajiado, which is now Kimuka. Kimuka is an awesome place. The weather is mwah. What would you say is the downside of Kimuka?
Downside. It's far. then the roads are not tarmacked up to your doorstep, you know.
Up to doorstep. Okay, it's tarmacked from where? From Ngong Town?
Yeah.
All the way to Kibiko. Past Kibiko, you're going to get to that car tunnel, SGR tunnel.
Yeah.
All that route is tarmacked. But when you get to Kimuka Shopping Center, so there's the route that you go to Nemagadi or to Suswa.
Yes.
And then now there's our route where you would go to Konabaridi and then connect to Kiserian. So that's our route.
There is a hotel local Konabaridi neto nini.
It's Konabaridi.
Oh, the Konabaridi.
Yeah. We actually found out about Konabaridi now because we went again on our foodie escapades. And also we came to know about Kimuka because of Al-Khalai.
Ole
Khalai.
Yeah,
yes.
just be a real African.
A real Masai.
Ole Khalai, it's a Luya word, you know.
Wait,
Ole is a fusion.
Luya?
Fusion between Masai and Luya.
Ole Khalai.
So Ole Khalai, it's a very good place.
Nice.
And even we visited it.
Yes.
There is a video.
Yes, actually it's one of our first videos. Go there and check it out. They have delicious chicken, kuku kienyeji, pure kienyeji. And then you have to give them a little bit of time to prepare it, but because they do it from scratch. So they cook with a pot. They use pot.
That means in terms of hospitality language, inaitwa it's not buffet, it's not nini, is that other name.
A la carte.
Yeah, it
so
is that
you
thing.
go there. Okay, what you can do, maybe once you visit it the first time, or you can actually just make a call to them. They start preparing it because it will take you like 30 minutes before it's prepared. Because they start from scratch. Immediately you get there, make your order. They're going to take the chicken and then slaughter and start the whole process. And it's kienyeji, and they're cooking it in a pot. Pot.
Yeah.
And the ugali is the
Kisiagi one.
The Kisiagi one. The Kisiagi one. So they have the brown ugali and they have white ugali and all is a Kisiagi. So yeah. And they also have pork and fish, I think.
Yeah, pork.
It's a nice place.
It's a very good
Check out our video. Hey, sorry guys. If we start talking about food, Sisit will tell you all the joints that there are in this place. So let's cut to the chase. So we came to Kimuka, and I will tell you this. Before buying a land, please do several visits. Like we did several visits to Kimuka before even purchasing it. And once we started the purchasing process, we wanted to because we dealt with a broker, but we wanted to deal with the owner as well. So the broker will not cost her commission, but still we wanted to know who's the owner of this land. Because we didn't want, it belongs to who, and we wanted something very straight. If this is the owner, we want the owner to do, we wanted to do the due process, and we didn't want to leave anything to chance. So when we started, we came here, met up with the broker. She introduced us to the owner, and maybe you can take us through some of the legal process, the due process that we did for us to ensure that we are not buying someone's land.
Yeah. Now, first of all, there are some other people, like organization which assist people to buy land, which is very, very good. And it's very positive. Now there is some adventure in buying it yourself. The adventure now comes in, the adrenaline, Now the adrenaline comes in because you are coming to a new place. First of all, you must visit the place. Now you will be visiting the place with the broker. The first time you will visit the place with the broker will give you a search from the Ministry of Land. Now saying that this actually is the land that I'm selling to you. Now that will be a search with the owner of the land, showing you the place, Nini. Now there is a second thing that the broker must give you, is the mutation. Now that mutation, while you're going on the land, you'll see the land where it is, then you'll see the road. Ensure that mutation is communicating to what he's showing you. If he shows you that your road will be passing here, now look at that mutation. You come and visit that place on your own. Even before committing, come and visit it on your own.
target the rainy season,
Yeah,
so that you
target
can
the
know
rainy
the
season.
drainage,
Yeah, yeah.
soil, the kind of soil. Maybe ukiingia, you might not even be able to live again.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I remember actually when we came during a rainy season, and then it flooded when we were coming. Okay, it didn't flood. It rained very heavily, and we actually thought we were not going to be able to live. But the funny part, it dried so fast. So it kind of gave us an idea of the kind of drainage the area had.
Yeah, sure. Now, when you are visiting this place on your own, without the broker, without the owner, because you want to live here, by the way, you'll be coming on your own anyway.
Yes.
Now, when you come on your own, before committing, please be friendly with
to
the
the
neighbors. Now, talk to the neighbors. They will tell you the truth. Because we came and we saw some neighbors. Talk to several neighbors. Don't tell them your intention. Just tell them, I've been shown some land around here.
What do you think?
What do you think? What's this place? Do you know of such and such a person? They can tell
actually,
you.
they'll tell you if someone is buying this land already.
Yes. They can tell you that person is showing you that land is a rogue broker.
Exactly.
In fact, there was a land issue there. Don't rely on those posters that are put in the land. This land is not for sale. Trespassers will be persecuted and everything. Sometimes
they remove those stuff.
And those trespassers might not be persecuted. You might just lose your money as a trespasser.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now those places. Now you visit on your own. Then there comes a time you want to commit. After now you have the intention to bind. Now you have to do now your own search. Now you do your own search. Just counter check with what you are given. Now you are starting a search from an informed position. That search normally costs around 500 bob. You do your search. Now that search comes, it conforms with what you have, and you have been there at the title deed place, that registrar's place. Now the next thing, you have to get a competent surveyor that you trust in.
Yeah.
Now 2 people you have to work with: competent surveyor and a lawyer. Now the competent surveyor, you talk with him, who will double up to be your valuer, like part-time valuer. So as you are engaging the surveyor, don't tell the surveyor the actual amount that you bought with. Yeah. When we engage the surveyor, we just showed him the mutation and the search, because for the land number and everything. So he went there and did his own search for us. Then we confirmed the items are true. Then he came up with another mutation that was just conforming with this. So when you do a search, among the items that are attached to a search are the mutation and everything. Now that was constituted to be true.
Yeah.
At that time. Okay, the Ministry of Lands holds the ultimate truth. Even if you are using a broker or an organization to buy you land and everything, you just depend on the Ministry of Land. Then, the land registrar. Now the land registrar will give you those things. Then you have the search. Now you start engaging legally. You go and do an agreement with your lawyer. Now this lawyer should be very independent.
Yeah.
And you'll ask the lawyer to commit and tell you the other processes. So going through them again, visit the place with the broker, visit the place yourself,
Speak to neighbors,
have the mutation and the land search. Do the land search yourself, another one. Engage a lawyer, do an agreement. After the agreement, in that agreement, there will be clauses of payment. Now,
is it 90 days?
90 days. Now, for your own safety, maybe you are not a dynasty. For dynasties, you can pay
you
once.
Have loans?
If you're not a dynasty, then it's even better for you, because you give yourself a time period, like 90 days. Then say, when I pay you the first one, there was something that we were doing. There is an agreement for going to the board.
The board has
for
to
land
sit.
transfer.
Actually, the board has to sit down. So many people. There's this mama by Yukoju. She's bought land, but she doesn't know even where the beacons are. Now, that's a big problem. If you buy from all these providers, there are so many, Optiven, Username, all these guys. If you're buying from them, please ensure you know where your beacons are.
So those are the things that you are supposed to look for. Then after that, as you are going through out this process, know that the ultimate goal is to have a title deed.
Mm-hmm.
And even after
a legit
title deed. A legit one. So
and ensure you've checked. You've checked to ensure the land, who owns it before you, just do your due diligence. Because I feel if you tell me you have a land and you don't even know where the beacons are, you don't even know where the land is, you don't know if it's the starting one or if it's the last one. Once these guys sell land to you, fence it. Once you fence it, it will protect you a bit. Because even after we bought actually our land, some guys started coming and our neighbors called us. That's the thing with neighbors. The good thing, they'll tell you someone came to your land. So when they called us, we actually came and started fencing. Like that same week, we started making plans to fence. Ensure that you've protected your land by following the due process and then fence it to prevent anybody from accessing your land. Because the minute someone is brought there, they'll question themselves. And you're supposed to question yourself. If this land is fenced, this land imepandwa miti. Really? Does this land belong to someone, or is there an issue with this land? And when you speak to the neighbors, they would have told you it has been bought by someone else. So be careful out there. There are so many things happening, and people are being scammed left, right, and center. And when you're buying a land, please, if it's to speculate? Yes, some guys are buying land for speculation. You can buy land and just wait for it to appreciate and then you sell it at a good profit. But if it's for you and your kids to stay, for you to grow old there, please angalia the kind of climate you're needing with, the kind of place you're going to stay. The kids, the kind of accessibility, the schools. We checked all this before we came because we knew we have small children. We are going to go from reception and we needed accessibility even to go to work and come back.
Kupanda miti is a process where you take physical trees and plant. Msianze kupanda miti vitu zingine. Pandeni miti ya ukweli. Then fencing is a process whereby someone buys round poles, then hit na singenge. Until next time,
bye bye.
Tupande miti kwa shamba ya lali.